All right, so let's start off here. I've got three things I use for this potting mix. So this is a peat-based mix. I've got a little volcanic rock here, and then I also have some fine-grained pumice. You can use essentially any mix of gritty material and a little peat. And sometimes I even advise against peat, but I'll do a soilless mix video on another time. So from here, all we got to do is just go ahead and rehydrate, or I guess just hydrate it. It helps to do this ahead of time and not put it in the container and then try to water from above. Now, the reason I'm pre-wetting this is I will be sterilizing this, and the excess moisture just kind of helps when I put it in the microwave. Sure, there's other ways to sterilize soil, but this is the quickest, and you're going to get the results that you want. All right, this is pretty straightforward. Now we go into a pot. I am using a pot that I really like. Of course, you can use almost anything. I recommend something disposable for seed starting, or at least not very important. Next step is we are going to microwave it. So what we're doing here is essentially popping it in. I give it about 2 minutes. 2-3 minutes is a good sweet spot. That's about where water starts to boil in a microwave for a container this size. And really, we're also nuking any kind of like fungus gnat eggs or, any other nasties that might be in there. But big one we're also trying to prevent here is mold, which is pretty prevalent, especially because we're going to keep this in an enclosed container as we wait for it to germinate. So I just put this aside. I put the little lid on so no other little dust particles get in there. Let's go ahead and prepare our seeds. So these are Dorstenia gigas, which are pretty hard to come by seeds. So I've got 10 in here, kind of testing a germ rate on these. And I am going to go ahead and give these guys a little pre-soak. It will kind of jumpstart the process, save us about a few days worth of trouble here. But it is still going to take quite a bit of time. So after the soak, I just popped them onto the seed bed, and I just went ahead and topped with a little bit more pumice just to kind of give them a cover. And just as a little extra measure, I just kind of put a little bit more water to rehydrate that pumice so I'm not desiccating those seeds. So at this point, it's just a waiting game. Dorstenia can be a little tricky. They can take a little bit more time than some other just simple cactus seeds or succulent seeds. So these guys did take about 6 weeks to get to this point. At about the month period, I did find the one in the middle had germinated. It was just, the little cotyledons popping out to the side. And then I feel like every 3 or 4 days I get a new sprout here. So far we've got about 5 in here, and there's one that's a little difficult to see right in the corner there coming up. But this is basically the process. So you do see, even though I've had it in this little humidity dome, almost zero mold, actually just zero mold, nothing I can see anyway. And yeah, I should get a few more sprouts, but that's basically the process.